everyone. Welcome back to Denise Night Divination, where I do weekly readings on Trump and Kamala. This one is for Kamala, and of course I will include Tim because we have to. And other than that, let me just bring you over to my table and we'll get the reading going. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I decided to use Libby's deck. If you like this deck, it's available on Etsy. And just put in the words right there, Meister Tarot, Maighstir. I think it's called Meister Oracle. It might not be Meister Tarot, but try it either way. I can't remember. Okay, so Kamala and Tim, what will be coming through for you guys this week, October 7th through the 13th? What will you be dealing with? How will you be handling it? Those would be maybe the unexpected events. And also, most of all, their intentions going outward. And then because of all their intentions, the success that just continues to build and build and build. Turns out that Joe and Kamala had quite a bit to do with the with the international longshoremen's strike ending so soon, and they worked out some bit of a deal at least to get them through to January, beyond the election. And that's saying a lot because it turns out that union boss was, I guess he was a Trump fan, Trump ally. So anyway, let me focus into the dates, October 7th through the 13th, 2024. Debates are all over, so, unless Trump decides he'll debate Kamala again, but so far he has said no. Oh, goodness. I can hear her yelling at him. Do you think you fell out of a coconut tree? I do. I think he fell on his head. Okay. Ooh, okay, so right at the heart of the reading, we have the people. They're thinking about the people. Oh my goodness, okay, and all the feminine energy that needs to be protected, they know what the people really want. Protect the feminine, protect the reproductive rights, protect the family. Okay, loyalty to the people in a big way. Bullseye, the target, they know. I mean, they know the issues, and it's what Kamala's always been working towards. And just because people say they don't know her, well, it's like, you know what? Get informed. There's no excuse. You have the internet. Try Google. But they're targeting the financial well-being of the majority of people and trying to focus on unity, and especially with LGBTQ rights. They're also helping people to focus on, oh my goodness, and here's the abundance card and here's the money card, but they're helping people to focus on a multitude of things that bring in unity. Wow. Wealth. Hard work, yep, that's what they're all about. Destruction and breakdown. Okay, maybe they're going to talk a little bit about this next week about, well, of course they will. They'll just continue to talk about how bad things could get with Trump. And they're trying to end poverty. Hard work money if you do the hard work. There's a big yes up here to the feminine energy. These cards are knighting together. I guess I should just get them laid out and then use a chopstick so my hands aren't in the way of Libby's beautiful artwork here. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I love the blue wave. Okay, so bottom line here, it's all about the people. They're going to be focusing on the wealth of the majority of people and the hard work. They're going to be putting in the hard work. They are feeling like, I think they're feeling like they're running out of time, like there's no time left. So they've got to be as brave as possible. That's what I'm seeing there. Yeah, but just busy working. So opening up the reading, well, actually, let's go back here. Tonight, all of these cards to the center card. Like I said, working on the majority, working on wealth for the middle class and not for the rich people. They're working on wealth for all people. And they know it takes a lot of work. They don't mind doing the work, but they do feel like they're running out of time. And we are, we're like 30 days or so before the election, right? What is today? This is the 3rd, 4th. Oh my God, I've lost track of days. I'm guilty of constantly looking at the astrology for the next week, and then I forget what day it is today, kind of thing, So, anyway, they're looking for how the majority of people can say yes to life, yes to unity, and not mind all the work to do that, to just stay busy in doing that. That's what they're going to be doing. But also, I feel like there's some climate change issues going on here. Like if we don't protect the bees, we don't have food. If we don't get the temperature of the ocean down, we're going to continue to have those terrible hurricanes all the time. I mean, we already are. It's they're coming too intensely and too often. Okay, now opening up the reading. They're going to be making a lot of noise about the wealth of how, I think maybe they're going to be talking a lot about how much wealth women generate in the workforce, right? Look at that. Over time, they're going to be making lots of noise about that. And that's good noise, just like John Lewis make good trouble, To go with the four corners, I think they are actually going to try to minimize I think they're going to try to refine and make their message more. I think they're just focusing in because the bullseye brings me into focus there, right? I mean, you really see that center, like that's where I want to be kind of energy. And so they want to minimize all of besides the noise, but also the destructive energy that's out there. Trump is nothing but destruction. He's like a walking hurricane, right? A walking racist hurricane that obviously hates women. And so here we are with them. They're trying to minimize that and keep us focused, keep the people focused, keep the country focused on what matters most. And also, maybe there's going to be some visitation or something to those who have given their lives in. Maybe something will come out about all the people over time, all of our military. Even though I don't have a card to indicate military, but I'm not sure if there is one in this deck. But I get that feeling here with the bravery card. To me, this is very, well, on one level, it's their bravery going out, but also the military. Now, she's also has this message. I feel this is more Kamala than Tim, but of course he's on board with it and always supports her. But I feel like this has a message about there is no bravery in staying small. You know, it's like the Nelson Mandela speech that actually it was Marianne Williamson that wrote it for Nelson Mandela about like, oh, I can't remember the words. You guys can look it up. There's nothing something about shrinking and staying small, basically. So this I think is speaking to the fact that she doesn't want any poverty for any of the people. Like, they're fighting. The courage is, there's the bravery to fight against saying no to what she's doing is, over time, saying no to poverty for the majority of people, or for all people. This has to be all people right here with these two cards combined. And the abundance card knights to the no card, so she doesn't like the thought of, and I think that's going to be her main message going forward. And I don't know what word she'll use, but the underlying feeling to me is that she doesn't like anybody going through poverty. You know, that was some of what I mean. She doesn't say that she had a childhood where they were destitute or wanting, but you know, she had a single mother. So, raising two daughters. So they're just going to be busy. They know that time is running out, and they know that every single. I mean, what I love about this card on a spiritual level is that the ocean is in the drop. You're not a drop in the ocean. You're part of the ocean in every drop. You know, and every cell of our body is the spiritual essence, right? And I don't think she's going to say anything about that, but I feel like this is more and more, you know, on another level, more and more courageous people breaking away, saying no to Trump's destruction and no to the poverty. And it might be that she does have a message that has that will bring through some clarity as to as to how because so the job numbers were way up for September. It's going to be a problem when it comes to October because of Hurricane Helene. But I think she's got an underlying message there about people's finances coming through and how we're going to have to be brave and say no to poverty and find ways to donate and give to those people, as you know, they're literally, like, if we read these cards, literally like digging out of the mud, you know, the atrocity of mud. I mean, there's 215 people that are dead, that have lost their lives in that. And in 3 states, I guess, you know, both the Carolinas and Georgia, 700,000 people are without electricity. So I think there's a lot this week about that. Because, I mean, if you just knight these two cards together, doesn't that make you feel like the hurricane, digging out of the hurricane and getting money to those people to help them? And so they're going to be really busy. She feels like they're running out of time. People can't stay without food and water and shelter. And I mean, it's like to throw this in the middle of, you know, Hurricane Helene. You're a bitch, man. You couldn't have waited till after the election. It's like, man. Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing. There's nothing funny about it. But she is going to be extremely loyal to the message that's been going out before. But I think this next week, it's all about how do we get to these people who are needing our support, who've lost their homes and lost loved ones. And and or those who are fine, but they're like I said, homes are gone, and they're no power, no water, nothing to, they have to get them out of there into a shelter, and so she's going to be busy doing as much as she can to help, just like she was helping Joe with the with the dock worker strike, and I didn't know anything about that. Maybe you guys did, but I didn't. I didn't hear anything about that. And I was surprised to know that, oh my goodness, not only does she have to campaign, she has to deal with that. So the woman can handle an immense amount of work. I mean, and the cards speak to that, right? The hard work, the abundance, the thinking of the people. She doesn't want poverty for anyone. She doesn't mind being very brave, but then also, I think this is her and Tim giving their support, as well as the entire Biden administration, to getting people out from the atrocity of Hurricane Helene. Yeah. Let's see. If I were to read the way Libby does, she likes to read it as a story going across, so let's try that. So, and she lays it out differently. She'll go like 1, 2, 3, like that. But we'll see if it works. Let's try it. I like trying that. So, again, talking a lot, making a lot of noise about the wealth that women create on planet Earth. and there's a lot of, and the protection that women need. This is, our little doggy here. Protecting women is going to be her main message in a big way. And then also working really hard because she knows she's running out of time, has to get all over the swing states in the country, and then also dealing with the reconstruction of, trying to help people because of the bullseye of the hurricane, and where it, landed in some place where it just dropped so much water in one, certain areas that couldn't handle it. Yeah, I mean, I worry about some places in Nashville, North Carolina, that, like way in there that, I'm pretty sure there's a temple up there. So, but anyway, this is the focus this week, is this cleanup, and then getting money so that people who've been in poverty do not have, that they're rescued. They're still rescued. That they're not sitting in that poverty, and they're rescued. And then she might be having to take from all the yes that she can get coming through from the unity in her spirit, her soul and her spirit being unified together, and take that abundance and as much, to work to get as much, to get as many donations as possible, as much money together. And she's going to be really, really busy about that, doing that. And of course, every little bit helps. So, yeah, it works. If we read it that way, it still works. So, yeah, my goodness. Another way to do this, if you guys ever wanted, is to go I'm not going to do that because I didn't set the intention. But you could always, if you have this deck, and you're looking at your week and you've got 7 days here, you could focus and draw the cards that way, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But other than that, I'll just get this uploaded and send you big hugs. Take good care. Bye.